Hello, boys and girls. Welcome to another episode of the Big Brother Breakdown. I am Trey Alessio, the dawn of entertainment of Are You Entertained? We have a lot to get to, so let's get right to it. All right, so last week was the double eviction. Could have been huge. Was it huge? Not really. We got Cody, we got Elena, really just on par with what Paul wants, as I've said in probably every Big Brother breakdown thus far. Paul is running the show, he's playing puppeteer, and everything is going his way. So Cody went bye bye, Elena went bye bye in the double eviction. Really, no surprise, honestly. Then this week, after the GOAT, the greatest of all time, in my opinion, Derek, he comes back and hosts the HOH, and it came down to Christmas joy, sleigh bells ringing, and the mastermind Paul. Paul threw it to Christmas, and Christmas got HOH. Then we have the curveball into things. Uh, Big Brother is trying so hard to get some pushback against Paul. They threw in this temptation tree, which every house guest can pick an apple, and you go in and say, "I want to use my power," and it's random, and they have all these different. It's either a punishment or it could be something that saves you. It could give you safety. And you never know until the voice of reason tells you what it is. So Mark was feeling the pressure, and he picked the apple. Um, and unfortunately, he got save a friend, and he was alone after Elena left and went to the jury house. So he doesn't really have any friends in the house, unfortunately. But he had to pick a friend to give safety to, and he chose Paul. Pretty interesting choice. Paul is already safe. No one's even talking about getting him out, and I'll talk about that a little bit later. But anyway, Christmas Joy, she wins HOH, and she puts up Jason and Matt. Both as pawns. From the beginning, she said that Mark was her target, and she was going to backdoor him. Um, Honestly, not the best decision in my mind. I mean, honestly, these people need to think about getting Paul out. He's won the game. He's the only one playing the game. The dude can do no wrong. They blindly trust him. I've said it many times in this breakdown. You're probably getting annoyed with it. You think I'm saying the same thing. I'm a broken record, but I'm not. These people are just not playing Big Brother the way it should be played. There's no pushback. It's just going with the flow. Honestly, from an outside perspective, it's kind of a boring season because of that. But if you're a super fan, you have to respect Paul's gameplay, man. The master puppeteer, and it's a chess game, honestly, that he's playing, and the dude is killing it. So you gotta respect it. You gotta respect it. Um, Anyway, so Jason and Matt go up, both as pawns. Matt, the dude, does nothing, and I just have nothing to say there. He eats cereal, he makes out with Raven, and he goes up as a pawn every fucking time. And it's getting a little annoying. The dude's floating towards the end. Can't wait to see what this dude, his campaign is, if he makes it to final two or final three. What, I put myself as a pawn. That was my strategy the whole time. I don't foresee that flying. Um, but yeah, another little quick tidbit about Jason. He found out some amazing news that he's gonna have another kid. They in this last episode this Thursday, they cut it to the family in Iowa, which was actually really cool. Being from Iowa, it made it that much more special. But it's always fun to see what's behind the scenes and the family, and who's supporting the player in Big Brother. This week it was Jason. We got a look back at Iowa. We got back a look at the rodeo clown, all that. But they dropped on him in the letter that he got when he was HOH during the double eviction that he is going to have another kid. Really emotional moment, really awesome moment. It was a cool thing, and it was fun to see. I really like Jason. He's a great guy. He is. I don't want to say he's riding Alex's coattails, but they're playing an okay game. I think Alex is doing most of the work, but Jason's a good guy, and I like to see him. He's good for the show. He's a good social player, and I like him a lot. So anyway, I've said it 3 times already. Jason and Matt are up. Mark gets the Tree of Temptation apple, and he saves Paul. So Paul is safe for the week. That takes us to the power of veto. Jason gets the W. It was the slip and slide competition where you have to dump ooze into a crystal ball, and the ball comes up. You pop it out, and funny stuff. Uh, Mark, man, he ate it, man. He was falling left and right. I felt bad for the dude. He's a big guy, but he was out for the count multiple times. Raven had a few funny spills. I love that competition. It's funny to watch. Before that though, Zingbot came out. Zing, man, and Zingbot was more. He was ruthless as ever, man. Throwing shots left and right. Josh was getting a kick out of it. That was honestly one of the most funny parts of the whole thing was Josh's reaction to each zing. But Zingbot is a robot who comes in every year and basically disses each and every house guest, and it's just kind of a tradition. It's funny. If you're a super fan, it's just kind of one of those things you look forward to every year. And man, he was ruthless this year. Coming at everybody's life, but the one that stung the most to me, hurt me in the heart, man, was Christmas, man. Christmas is a bodybuilder. She's a CrossFit aficionado, whatever. Actually, I checked her out on Instagram and Twitter, and she already has a huge following, which is cool. But she broke her foot in this game, and really emotional about it because they're saying that she's never going to heal fully, and she's never going to be 100% again. So in that aspect, I felt really bad. But Zingbot's coming in here with shots, and plays a little pun on her name, Christmas Joy, and does the 5 golden rings song. 2 turtle doves, la 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 la, that one. And playing, basically just gunning her life about having rods in her leg, and one guilty rodeo clown. Man, that was shots fired. They're gunning the life. Man, oh, that was crazy. I felt really bad about that. She was a good sport about it, which was cool. She came at Raven's life about her makeup. She didn't even get it, but I thought it was hilarious. Josh's reaction. She had a good one about Zingbot had a good one about Mark being bisexual, because every time he tried to get sexual with Elena, she said bye. I love it. Zingbot, zing, love it. So that was fun. But anyway, Jason won the POV. Obviously, took himself down. Mark was campaigning all week to try and get out a showmance, but he goes up as the other nominee, and all he's going to do is campaigning throughout. And Big Brother likes to make us think that they're going to switch it up, and honestly, Paul has the power to do so. He can say whatever he wants, and the house will go with him, which is on one hand kind of fucking annoying, kind of great on another side, just strictly based on gameplay, to see how manipulative and how social this dude is to get all these people to trust him blindly like that. So on one hand, the gameplay is great. On the other hand, kind of boring because they're just going with the flow the entire time. I personally would like to see a little pushback. I think it'd be great for the show. I think Big Brother is doing the most with the Tree of Temptation. They're trying to shake things up, but Mark got the save a friend, and he has no friends in the house right now because Elena got evicted. So that didn't work. But anyway, so Jason takes himself off. Mark goes up, so it's Mark and Matt. There was talk that they were thinking about switching it up, and getting Matt out because Matt is going to be a target possibly next week or the week after. They're trying to break up the showmances. But unfortunately, Mark's time was out. I have to give it to him. He's a class act. Went out in one of the classiest ways that I have seen in a long time in Big Brother. It's kind of cool because honestly, I I see a lot of myself in Mark. I wouldn't say from a gameplay aspect. If I say this all the time. I would love to go on Big Brother. It's a dream of mine. I see a lot of Mark in myself. I see a lot of myself in Mark. From a personality standpoint, the dude wears his emotions on his sleeve. I'm the same way. I would probably shed a tear or two in the house, man, but I'm a competitor. I'm social. I'm a nice guy. Mark was the same way. I respect the dude. He went out in a classy way, and really would have liked to see him stay, but he aligned himself with the wrong people in the beginning, and it bit him in the ass in the end, and that's what Big Brother is. So Mark got the boot, unfortunately. Now just a few tidbits, a few notes that I have. Why? Why the hell is there absolutely no talk to get Paul out? The dude is running the game. I've said it millions of time on this vlog series. Uh, he's running the house, and if they don't make a move, he's going to win the money in the end. It is what it is. On one hand, I respect it. I respect the gameplay. Would have liked to seen him win last year. He deserved it last year. He's the only deserving member this year. But if someone doesn't make a move, yeah, Paul's gonna win. What just boggles my mind is that there is no talk, none, to get him out. Um, Mark went up and Mark went up and tried to talk game with Christmas and Josh, and he said if someone doesn't make the big move, and he made a pause, and then he talks about how Alex and Jason is the big move. That ain't the big move. You get your boy Paul out. I like Paul. I think he's the best player in the house, but I want to see some pushback, man. It'd make for a more fun season, and that needs to happen. So I would like to see at least some talk to get Paul out. Shake the damn house up, please. Do it. Um, this upcoming HOH is huge. Basically, I think if Paul wins, he has to draw a line in the sand. He's playing a risky game. He's making alliances with a lot of people. He made a final three alliance with Christmas and Josh. They were talking about final five with maybe Kevin and Raven breaking up the showmances. A lot of talk about getting the showmances out. So we basically have Christmas and Josh, which aren't a showmance. They're just, aligned together. We have Matt and Raven. And then we have Jason and Alex. Also not a showmance, but they've been together from the beginning. So Paul has a side alliance and it's a secret alliance with Alex. So he's playing a ballsy game, and it could come back to bite him in the ass. So we'll see how he plays it. This will show his true colors and show his real gameplay when it comes down to the nitty gritty. We are getting down to the nitty gritty, so it's cool to see all these alliances forming. But this HOH is big because if Paul wins, he has to draw a line in the sand. He has to choose a power couple to align with, because on one hand he's talking like he's gonna align with Christmas and Josh, but if he does so, he also has this alliance with Alex. So who is he really going to draw the line in with? Um, if one member of the couples wins, they're obviously going to try and take out the other couple. And really, I think if let's say Matt or Raven somehow, by the grace of God, because they can't win shit, let's say they win somehow miraculously, they might have some power moving forward, and who knows, maybe Kevin will align because he's a floater. Maybe Paul will sway with them, because this is a big HOH. It's going to be a lot of momentum shifts, and we'll see it here. If Alex or Jason wins, they're probably going to try and get the showmans out, Matt and Raven. So we'll see. Kevin's on his own. He's gonna float with the power, and we'll see what happens there. So this is a big HOH, man. We'll see what happens. Um, so hopefully it picks up a little bit. It's been kind of a boring couple weeks, not boring couple weeks, but just goes with the flow. Not a lot of ups and downs. It's kind of predictable. Hopefully we get a little more shock and awe value coming in the next few weeks. They got to think about jury as well. You got to think about when you evict. Are they going to give you your vote if you are going to be in the end? You got to start thinking about that. Lots to think about. Lots to break down. It's always fun. It's always fun. So we'll see. We'll see what happens here. I'm Trey Alessio, the Dawn of Entertainment. This is the Big Brother Breakdown. Thanks for watching. We'll be back for more next week. Thanks.